Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Dustbowl Champion. To hear Dustbowl Champion's newest hits, search Dustbowl Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Hey.
All right.
We're back.
We've done it again.
I know.
All right. So you are in Vegas. I am in Fresno.
Yes. So we are now doing these remote. Ashley has gone back. She left me. She was here for how many days
5
were you here?
days.
5?
5
5
yeah.
days. And then she decided to go back to her job, whatever, her normal life.
I know.
Home and
So
dog.
boring. So boring.
Dogs.
Dogs. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Okay, so you were gone for 5 days. How did your house sitter hold up? How did the dogs hold up? Was everything good when you came back?
Yeah, I mean, she's good. It's my niece that does it for me, and she's so easy. You know, it's like
Yeah.
I don't ever worry. She just stays here and takes care of them.
That's
So it's
awesome.
easy.
So like your
Yeah.
dogs never like eat a sock and then have to pass it.
You know, not that she's ever told me about, but I mean, maybe Truly might want to be like Millie. That was
Man,
Millie, right?
that was Millie.
That's when we
Let's see.
should
There
have
was
known.
another incident where we went out of town, and I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was just like felt bad. One of the dogs, I think actually it was Missy, ate her bed up. Like she just ate it up and like destroyed it in her crate. I think she was a nervous Nelly with that and just didn't know what to do.
She
I
did
don't know.
not like when you guys were gone. Remember when I went over and she had broken out of her crate?
And she shit all over the couch.
That was with your mom.
Oh yeah, that was with my mom.
Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the heck? Like, I swear she was locked in there.
Yeah.
And then you could tell because she
broke out.
on
Yeah.
strong girl.
Yeah. My dogs don't like being away from us.
No.
Which has been a big issue, and that's going to be a big issue with Christmas this year. So we'll see. Basically, we now live in Nevada, and we were going to come to California for pretty much a week. I mean, 6 days. So we can do his side, my side, and then come back the day after Christmas. But we have an issue with our dogs. We don't have a place really to stay with our dogs as far as family goes. And I just feel like I don't want my children waking up in a random Airbnb or hotel room on Christmas Day in Clovis. Like it just seems weird.
Unless it's going to be like Home Alone when they wake up in New York and there's like a tree
Unless we're on vacation
snow.
and that's like what we've been planning and it's like a whole
Right.
thing. I just feel like it doesn't seem right. And so I don't know what we're going to do. We have, I've called a few places. They're actually pretty much full, most places. There was a place in Clovis that I looked at, and they have to evaluate the dog for 8 hours before they'll accept it. So that we can't do because we won't be in town before then. So I'm always frustrated because I feel like as the wife, as the mom, I'm the one that it falls back on me.
Yeah.
Everything falls back on me. And this is an argument my husband and I have had since we got the dog. He wanted the dog so bad, and I didn't want the dog. I did not want another dog at the time. I kind of did, but I really didn't. And I was just like, I mean, I did.
Out.
Well, I did in a sense of I wanted Missy, our chocolate lab, to have a puppy. And then we decided that wasn't going to happen. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't know about getting another dog. But my thing was my cup is full, and I don't have the capacity to raise another dog right now, especially a big dog. So if we get it, you have to be the one to like take care of it and train it and take it to classes and do all of the things. And you would
How are her
think
classes going?
a year and a half, almost 2, we have had 0 classes. And I swear these have been some of the biggest fights in our marriage. This dog and the fact that he is not being responsible for this dog. And I'm tired. I don't want to take her to school. She
Yeah.
needs it. She
Yeah.
needs school. She needs training. She would be I mean, she is a good girl, but she is wild. She is very aggressive with her bark, so it sounds scary to people. And she does not always play well with other dogs. And that's really the biggest issue. Well, I have gone through this and I've gone through this and I'm always the one to find a sitter. I'm always the one that finds a house sitter for the dogs and the house and whatever, whatever, whatever. I've always made it work. And meanwhile, I bitch to him and say, like, you need to figure this out with the dog. Well,
Yeah.
finally, it's come to the point where here we are now in another state. And now I don't have my family to bail us out of things. And he's made no connections here, apparently. So here we are. And I'm calling around, and it has been a whirlwind of a week. And today was like, I was at my wit's end. But with the dog, I called a few places. They were sold, they were booked. This and this and this. Called some places here. They were booked. And I finally told them, I'm giving this to you. I'm giving it up to you. And I need you to figure it out. And if it means that we don't spend Christmas with our family or my family, then I guess that's what it is, because it's now on you.
So, have you heard anything?
So he has not had any resolution with the boarding part of it, but I gave him the number and the place to a place here in town that I said they have some great programs. They're full on boarding because I called them already, but I really think that it would be good and beneficial for Millie to attend some doggy daycare or training. They offer a ton of different options. You can go on their website and look at it, but I would really appreciate it if you called them. And he did.
Well, that's
So
good.
next Thursday, she has an evaluation to see what type of training she needs, what level of
That's
training she needs.
awesome.
So there's that. We still haven't we're still at
Right.
ground
Oh, yeah.
zero for Christmas, but
Yeah.
there's some progress there. I mean, it really is. It sounds so dumb, but it really is a big argument for us.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could see that. Jason and I argue about the dogs, not over training and that kind of thing, but he doesn't want them even though he wanted dogs. And so he says stuff that I'm like, just shut up. Like, there are dogs. It's fine. But whenever I tell him you wanted dogs, he's like, well, I didn't want those dogs. I wanted this kind of dog or that kind of dog. I'm like, well, too bad. They're what we have. But I think I will be like, who was it that doesn't have pets anymore? Someone at Thanksgiving was saying, this is our first time without pets. Was it Kyla's aunt?
Oh, I think you're right. Yes.
And that they're
She's always had
enjoying it.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's how I'll be after these ones.
Yeah. I mean, it is a
I don't want
lot.
dog hair anymore.
The dog
I don't wanna
hair.
deal
Oh
with
my gosh.
ugh. They're
It's
just
so
obnoxious.
much. And
I can't imagine with you. Yours
it is
are
so much. I mean,
yeah.
and they shed like crazy. And I swear they're both Labrador retrievers, purebred. One is a black lab, one is a chocolate lab. The chocolate lab, the hairs are teeny tiny. She sheds, but they're
Oh,
teeny
really?
tiny. And it's not, she doesn't shed crazy. She does shed though. And she goes through her seasons where it's kind of bad. And you just have to really
Yeah, like
brush her.
summer.
But her hair is
Yeah.
like really coarse and thick and it's small. Millie, Millie has long black hairs and they shed like crazy. I would imagine, I mean, I can't imagine a yellow lab, but I would imagine that they shed very similar, that it's like a longer coat.
Yeah.
Um, and it's very retrievery. I don't know how else to say it. It's just, it drives me insane because her hair, I mean, it's like in seconds, my floor is gross. And I'm just like, what?
Do you think that all chocolates have like a short hair, or do you think it's just maybe one of Missy's parents?
I don't know. It very well could be. It's interesting because Millie is from Missy's sister. She's Missy's niece, but they have very different coats.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and obviously their male has dominated some of their genes because, you know, Millie is taller and a little bit leaner.
Yeah.
Missy's a little bit more stubby, a little bit fuller. Um,
A little bit sweeter, a little bit
so much
nicer,
sweeter.
more well
She's so
behaved.
sweet. She's my sweet girl. Although today I was losing my mind with her.
Because she wanted to be by you.
Well, okay, so we're renting this house, right? We're in Vegas. We're leasing a house because I will tell you guys, selling a house, buying a house is stressful. Selling a house and buying a house in another state, different level than I was ready for. Like I just couldn't get my mind there. I was like, I can't do it. I don't know the town enough to like know exactly. And I would have hated to like buy a house and then been like, I would have much rather lived here
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
there. And so I just was like, I'm not ready for that move. Let's just find a house that's big enough for our entire family that we can lease. And then, you know, we can figure out and take our time with the area. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
The great thing about a lease is you don't have to worry about whatever goes wrong, right? It's up to the
Yeah.
landlord to fix it. And we do have great landlords, luckily. The bad thing about it is I can't change anything in the house because it's not my house. And this house really doesn't, it's not my total look and jam. I'm making it work.
Look
um
and jam.
Look and jam. I mean, it's a nice house. It's a nice house, but it's a little bit you know, dated on certain things and I'm just making do. Well, anyway, not just on the dated part and the way it looks, but we've had some issues with the house. It is a 2-story, which we are so not used to. So there's 2 AC units. There was a couple of days in the summer where the top AC went out and the landlord immediately like pick up deliveried a um
Room AC.
cooler, yeah, room AC and had it fixed like the very next day. Like he was on it. He is on it. Um but it was miserable. It was miserable to try to sleep with it. And with all of our kids, like we all were trying to sleep in one room with
Yeah.
each other and it was just hot. Um there's been what else happened?
Plumbing.
Well, there's like electrical issues in the
Oh,
house.
yes.
Like something's always going out. Like something's always going out. And so they came and they were like, "Oh, well that laundry plug shouldn't be tied to your microwave. That's why you keep shorting out blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Okay."
And what are
Well,
you supposed to do about that?
yeah. So for Thanksgiving, I had a bunch of family and friends coming into town and we were going to have Thanksgiving at our place. And our first guests were to arrive Tuesday at 9 a.m. I was picking them up from the airport. And before I picked them up, I had to pick up the rentals. And my kids are home for break. Luckily, Tristan's home and could watch the littles while I went and ran and did this. Well, that morning, Tony goes to the gym. And about 30 minutes later, I get up to do my workout and I walk into the bathroom and I step in water. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, did I just step in his piss? That's what I'm thinking, right?
I would think that too. Fair.
And I'm like, what the hell? So I look and it's all like clear, but then I look and the toilet is full of water. Like there's nothing floating in it. There's no yellow. There's no nothing. It's just clear water all the way to the top and it's all over the ground. And I'm like, what the heck? So I clean it all up. I'm trying to like get the plunger. Nothing. It's not going down. I'm like,
I love
oh.
your. That was great. If you're only listening and not watching, you really missed out on P's performance.
So did my husband. So I'm like, you know what? I clean it all up and I'm like, he's going to have to figure out how to unclog it when he gets home, whatever. So I'm heading downstairs to go read my Bible and do my prayers before I go work out. And I hear, and I'm like, what the heck? I turn on the lights, 2 giant bubbles in the kitchen, just dripping water. This is Tuesday morning when everyone's about to come Tuesday and Wednesday for Thursday's Thanksgiving. And I've got these giant things of water building in my ceiling.
Okay. You're going to have to post the picture on Insta.
Yes.
So that people can see.
Yes, I will because it was insane. I just was like, are you kidding me right now?
Did they just come and snake it or what'd they do to fix the leaks?
Well, what happened was so we text, so I have to wait till Tony gets there, which he's going to be there in like 20 minutes, but I'm like, I don't even know what to do right now. I grab buckets, I start cleaning things. So now the water's dripping in the buckets. All my paperwork that's on like this little side area, little nook desk area, they're all wet. And I'm like, thank goodness my Bible isn't like ruined. My purse is wet. Receipts are wet. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I go to try to dry everything out. Tony gets home. I'm like, we have a problem. He's like, what? He sees all these buckets and towels laying around. He's like, oh my gosh. So he unclogs the toilet upstairs. He said the water went down, but I don't get it. And I'm like, I don't know. So we call the owner. Well, it turns out, so he was able to get a plumber there that day.
Yeah, that's good.
And the plumber said the valve on the toilet was broken, so it just kept running.
So I don't understand. So it wasn't the pipe. The pipe to the toilet's fine.
They're saying no. It was just that the valve, it just
How does all that water get there?
I have no idea. I'm like 30 minutes. They're like, yeah, but 30 minutes of a running toilet. I'm like, I mean, whatever. This isn't my fucking house, I guess. But
right. I just am, to me, and this is my lack of knowledge in
I know nothing about plumbing.
Yeah. I don't understand how the water gets into the ceiling with it just being the toilet running.
Right.
That I don't get it.
I don't know.
People are going to be probably listening and being like, well, it's because blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you idiot.
I don't know. I know. I just don't know. But that's wild.
Yes.
A great start to your day.
Great.
So you didn't get your workout in. We know what happens when you don't get your workout in.
Yep. So I'm very crabby. And the owner's like, well, I can have a guy to fix the ceiling like on Friday or something. And I'm like, that's not going to work because I have like 20 people coming into town. So we have people staying for the holiday weekend. It'll have to be next week. And he's like, well, then he like texts back. He's like, he can come on Sunday. Just let me know what time. I'm like, That does not work for me. He can come Tuesday through Thursday. He can
You're
come
like,
after I drop off my kids at 8. He can come before 2:30. And so so the plumber came, and then he scheduled the ceiling guy to come today. Okay, so that's part of it. So my whole Tuesday goes on, whatever. I pick everyone up. My house looks like I have a
can you
weird
hear that
roof. No,
motorcycle?
no,
Oh gosh. Okay, sorry
no.
guys if you're hearing it. Okay, so you have your weird roof.
Yes. And we just have to move on with Thanksgiving, right? Well,
It's
fast
fine.
forward to Sunday. I think it was Sunday, maybe Saturday, but I want to say it was Sunday. Jason is warming something up in the
Oh,
microwave.
it it was
And
Sunday, yeah.
okay. And then it like stopped working. And I'm like, oh, it's done this before. So I'm like, you have to go out to the breaker. So he goes out to the breaker, and it does trip back on, but there's no numbers now. Like there's no clock on there or anything. You just have to press the buttons and it goes. And so I'm
See?
like,
So
that's
just the display, like,
just the display is gone. But once you press in like the button, like if you did a start, it would start like a 30-second right away or something, right? So then the
okay.
30 seconds would show. Well, fast forward to Monday. Was it Monday? I think so. It was after you guys left.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
uh, Microwave not working at all. At all. Won't turn on. Go out to the breaker. Yeah, it was because I was trying to make John lunch, my father-in-law, and it wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. So I go out to the breaker, try to do it again. And of course, my father-in-law, who always wants to help, but has 100 million words per each problem or question. I was like, I don't know right now. I'm just trying to figure it out. I
Yeah.
don't know why it's not working. So call the landlord. So today we had scheduled both guys to come out.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, whatever. Hope it gets done. Meanwhile, I am so behind on my work. I am not feeling
Oh,
well.
yeah.
My house is a disaster because I haven't slept in 3 days, because that's how bad my house gets when I don't sweep for 3 days because of my dogs. And I'm just trying to catch up. I'm doing sheets from everyone being here. I'm doing blankets.
Oh
I'm just,
gosh.
I'm trying to, our trash is overflowing.
Oh,
So I'm trying to like throw
trash night
things
though.
out, but it was trash night. Yes. But it was like, I'm trying to like, I need to throw things out, but I can't. Oh, don't worry. Also, our fridge in the garage
Oh, yes.
also
Yes.
keeps freezing everything. So the
Is
freezer works
it
fine. The fridge keeps freezing everything, and everything just keeps popping and exploding.
okay? So I looked at a couple of things, and when did this start happening? Was
Like,
it just before Thanksgiving,
yeah,
or was it after all of the food was in there?
no,
Okay, never mind. I have no solution. I was Googling it, trying to find
no. The only thing that was
some
in there were
solutions.
drinks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And like all the canned drinks just exploded all
Oh my
over.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
I did it again.
And that's your guys' fridge, so you can't call the landlord.
Yes, that's
that
our
that
fridge.
you're on your own.
Yeah. Well, the ceiling guy today was supposed to be here at 9. And all he had to do, because we'd already popped the little bubbles that were like all
Right.
the water, we let the water drain out. So he just had to like basically redo the some of the plaster and then paint it, right? And we
Right.
have all the paint in the garage. The owner left it from the last time they painted. So um he comes, he does not speak English.
Oh.
I don't know what language he spoke, because he made me talk into a translator app on his phone. So I was like, okay, but it's fine, no problem. We can make this work. Um, he's like, and the microwave too, you have a new one you need me to replace? I was like, no, but I thought that was another guy, but he doesn't speak English, so he has no idea what I'm talking about. And he's like, microwave? And I'm like, he looks at it. So I text the owner. I'm like, is the ceiling guy fixing the microwave? And he's like, no, those are two different guys. I'm like,
Why does the ceiling guy know about the
that's what I
microwave?
said. And he goes, well, I asked him about it, but it was going to be
That's not.
more, or I asked the company, but it was going to be more expensive. And I just went through home warranty. So another guy's coming out. So I was like, okay. Well, he's like, okay, show me the paint. He's like, you have the paint. And I said, yeah, we have the paint. So we take him out, show him the paint, and he can't read English. And as far as what I'm seeing, nothing is labeled on the cans. So I'm like, he's like, which one is it? I'm like, I don't fucking know. This ain't my house. But I can't even like, he's like, which one? And I'm like, I don't know because we're renting. And he's like looking at me like, I have no idea what you're
The
saying.
interpreter can't, like,
So then I have to keep talking into his thing.
yeah.
And he's like, okay, okay. And then my dogs are going insane because they know a guy's in the house.
Yeah. Are
And
they upstairs?
well, they were out back. Then my neighbor next door sold his house, and today's the day he moved out. So he had all these guys moving all his stuff outside. So then my dogs are barking at the movers next door. And I'm like, oh gosh, I can't take this. So
Pure chaos.
it really was. And my work is just building and building and building and building. So Tony ends up coming home because I'm like, I can't, like, I don't, I'm on the group message with him and the owner. And I'm like, he doesn't know what it is. He can't figure it out. Do you know which one it is? He's like, no. I'm like, well, so Tony's
Do
like,
they
I'm just
not
going to come
have
home.
a dot on the top?
So
You know what
I'm
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that little smudge.
Well, the thing is, you should be labeling, right? Like kitchen, ceiling.
Oh, well, yes, that
Okay.
too.
That is a very important tip. I told Tony, I was like, note to self, make sure we are writing on the can, next house, what paint goes to what.
They did that for like the paint that was left over after we moved in. They did do that for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually, we hired painters, but they did that for us.
Okay.
Because remember, I loved a multicolored home. So gross.
And I told Tony, I was like, this is why I do everything white. White walls, white ceiling, white, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy, Tony comes home. He asks Tony for a paint roller.
What?
And something to open the paint can. So Tony's like, no. So then Tony goes, he just left to the store because he came with no tools. And I'm like,
what the heck?
Okay.
That's
And
wild.
the owner's like, this has been the same company that I worked with, like who painted our entire house the last time. So not the same guy, obviously, but same company.
Yeah, they sent.
So he's
little
like,
janky.
it's really, really disappointing. He didn't leave here until 2:30 when I had to go pick up my kids from school. He got here at 9 a.m.
What in the heck?
Two patches.
That's
He had to pick.
crazy. That is insane.
Well, it didn't help that the first time he actually painted both spots. After everything, he painted them and then had to wait for the paint to dry because it was the wrong paint color.
Oh my gosh.
And meanwhile, I can't make a call because my dogs are barking. He's got a blow dryer. I can't leave him in my house downstairs by himself. So I'm trying to like work from the kitchen table.
Oh
it was just a shit show today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just
total
a shit
chaos.
Show.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he finally left and I was just like, bye, dude. Like I texted the owner. I was like, I'm just saying he's done and here's a final picture. It looks fine, but I would not recommend going back to him. If you need something.
Oh my gosh. I could not imagine. Okay, so I am a DIY because I'm cheap. So we redid the house a lot, right? Started probably around COVID time. Well, I made the mistake. So we took out our pantry, took out like a little, I don't know, like what was that little wall that was the side where we had our baker's rack or whatever that was called.
Yeah. Something like that.
A short, not short, but a thin wall type
Yeah.
thing. So we took all of that out. The wall's flat. We had that redone, right? Like the person textured, blah, 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 all this. Well, we went and we changed the light switch. And then, I am an idiot and I don't know how things work. So I started sanding down like the plaster because I'm like, this plate is not fitting on the light switch. What the heck? So I start sanding it down like a total idiot. The box needed to be brought out further, not the wall put back in further in one spot. Oh my gosh. So I lived with that for so long. And then Rick was over for something and he
A
freaking
friend of
fixed it
ours.
for me. Yes, so fast. He had that area plastered, all done. Like plastered, textured, all of that. So
Well, I
fast.
told Tony, whoever, like, I know our friend, he has a buddy here that does what he does there, here. And I
Oh,
said,
really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, if he trusts him, I will talk to him. I was like, but if I have to fly someone out or pay for their driving expenses in their hotel
Yeah.
and show them a good time, like I am not dealing with the idiots that I've had to deal with lately. I mean,
Okay, what about the microwave?
the microwave was quick, easy. He was in and out in 20
Oh.
minutes.
Oh my
He
gosh.
came and there was a fuse. It has something to do with, like he said, there's like little levers where the handles go, and if they don't click, if they don't both click, it can cause the fuse to go out or burn or something.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
So
what ended up happening.
he had to replace the fuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
then
now
whatever that little
Jason's
part
just not
is.
allowed to microwave anymore. That's
No, we
fine.
just broke it.
Yeah.
And um not to mention we keep getting electrocuted in the house. It's been not
Yes.
electrocuted, shocked.
Yeah. So weird because before Tony had mentioned it, I had not noticed it. And I don't know if it's just that it hadn't happened to me or
By
if
the way, guys,
I just shock people
I'm not
normally.
living like in a shack
No,
somewhere. I
no, no, no.
promise. I
It's a
promise.
very nice
It's
house.
just it's just got some issues. I don't know. It's got some issues.
I feel like maybe it's a sign. All of these things piling up. Maybe
Saying, "Get
you
out,
weren't,
go buy your house."
yeah, or you weren't meant to leave Ash. Maybe the P is supposed to be with the A. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my gosh, this house, I just told Tony, I'm like, we just keep building our case. That's all I can say is
Yeah,
just document everything because I don't know. I mean, thank goodness the owners are very nice and very
yeah,
like they're quick and they're on it. But I
yeah.
was just like, this is so annoying. I'm like, thank goodness that I do work from home because could you imagine if I was like
No.
took 2 hours off or whatever to have a handyman come out?
And then the handyman takes 6 hours,
Yeah.
whatever that is. I don't
Yeah.
know. 5? 5,
Five and a
huh?
half
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
That's insane.
I know.
For
Okay, guys, we're going
2
to take a
spots.
quick little break. And when we come back, we can pick right back up. We'll be back. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today. Hey guys, we're back.
I don't know. I don't know what I was watching.
I don't know. You'll find out when you edit, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about my crazy day. And the last thing I'm going to say about my crazy day is I I have had maybe a few things going on this week and last week and this weekend. And I have had it in my head. Georgia's teacher's birthday is December 5th. December 5th. I even told the parents December 5th, December 5th.
Oh
I
no.
got her gift, most of her gift in advance, December 5th. The only problem is I thought that Friday was December 5th, not tomorrow.
Oh. Oh
Now,
no.
it didn't really matter because the room mom has taken it upon herself. The other room mom, there's two of
Oh, I
us.
was okay. Okay.
There's two of us. We're co-room mom. We're co in the sense that we both are room moms, and we are not co in a
You
sense that we
just
don't actually co things together.
yeah.
Um,
You
so
guys are like a separated couple.
we are. So she has taken it upon herself to get a basket together with certain parents because I don't think she has all the parents' phone numbers, but apparently she has some. And she has already told me all of her ideas that she's doing, and she didn't tell me like, here's what I'm thinking we do. It was like, I'm doing this, and it was like Sunday night she told me all these things.
She's
And I
always so, like, so prepared, tells you so far in advance. I love
and
it.
I'm just like, I mean, I started the conversation before break because I thought it was a good idea to like let parents know, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter. So she today sends me a text and says, actually, I got added to a group text by another parent that had this thread of things that she was basically saying to Venmo her money to pitch in for a basket. And then she sends me a separate text and says, is there anything you would like to add to the basket? Which is a very weird comment to me because we actually put the teacher's aid basket together the last time. I mean, she
Yeah.
put it together, but we went shopping together and picked things out. And she told me, this is how much money we have from parents. So this is what I'm thinking. She didn't do that this time at all. And she asked if I wanted to add anything to the basket. That's all she was asking me about. And she didn't. And the last teacher, like I decorated for the teacher. I
And
bought a
that
bunch of
was the
stuff.
8th, and
The
now this is
aide.
the
This is the
teacher
main
teacher.
teacher. I like got approved snacks for the teacher to, do happy birthday and all this stuff. And this time, nothing. So I'm like, all right, I guess we're just going to plan our own things. Right. And honestly, I was still thinking it's Friday. Okay. So, but I don't text back right away. I wait. And I am like, well, I guess since she's going to do a basket with the parents, I'll just do my gift separate and not add it to the gift. And then I guess I just need to figure out if I can get into the classroom to decorate early. So I reach out to another teacher on campus, and because we have each other's phones, and I said, hey, who do I get a hold of? Who would let me in the classroom early before she gets there so that I can get in? Should I talk to this person or this person or this person? And she's like, I'll tell so and so what time do you want to come in? And she's like, and I said, blah blah blah. She goes, okay. She goes, but you do know her birthday's tomorrow, not Friday, right? And I go, ah, shit.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know it was the 5th.
The
I
5th?
just didn't realize that the 5th was not Friday. Like, oh my
Oh,
gosh,
no.
thank goodness I text her. So
Yeah.
I was like, crap. So I still have a balloon arch to make tonight. But I ran to the store to pick up a few extra things to add in for the gift. And it's all ready. It's beautiful. It's a great gift
So
and
you have a
beautiful
balloon arch?
flowers, and it'll have a balloon arch and a backdrop and all the things. And so I text the other mom back and I just said, since it's already like the night before, I'll just do my own basket. Um, and I
Is
can
your
take it.
basket just you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I can take I'm going to be there before school to decorate. Would you like to meet me there? Or I can pick up your stuff before school starts and take it with me. And she said, I'm just going to take everything after lunch. I don't think it's a good idea to have cupcakes sitting there and whatever all day before the kids see. And I'm like, cupcakes? Why is
Cupcakes
she?
sit on the table at the bakery.
Also, though, we have had strict rules like You can't
of
get
what you
stuff
can.
like that. Yes. And this teacher happens to be like, I have too many allergies in my classroom. I don't want to so I'm like, you know what? You're on whatever.
You do you.
You do you, girl. You do you. I'm gonna do me, you do you. We'll all just be one big happy family.
She's a mess.
It is
She
very
is.
hard. I will leave it at this. It is very hard to co-room mom with some people. I am not room mom in Danny's class.
But you
And
like
I
that room, mom, huh?
but I like that room mom and I like that I like that classroom, the moms. I'm actually meeting with the room mom in her class to help her. I gave her an idea for the Christmas party, for Danny's Christmas party, and she loved it. And she emailed me saying, "Is there any way I can have your phone number?" I said, "Yes." And I gave it to her and she texted me and was like, "I really love that idea. I want to brainstorm." Um, it was Polar Express. Remember when I did that
I
and
was
missed
just
that
gonna
Santa
ask, are
stuff?
you doing
Yeah.
Polar Express?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I told her, I
Oh,
said, I have like all the things for like a chocolate, uh, what is it? Hot cocoa
chocolate.
bar.
Yeah.
And we can get golden tickets. We can even get like a conductor outfit for the teacher, whatever. So, anyway, we're meeting for coffee after school tomorrow.
That's
Um,
cute.
so that she can pick my brain. But I'm like,
Aw.
she's so sweet, but I'm like, there's just certain people, I guess, just can't go with everyone.
No, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
In Danny's class is not a co-room parent situation. She's the only one.
She actually has a co and the co is not involved.
It's so weird. Like, why sign up? Do you think you're getting like bonus points? Like the teacher's gonna think you're great?
I don't
Do
know,
you want
but
other parents to think you're great?
this room mom, and she's so sweet, but she did tell me she didn't understand what she signed up for. And I thought like she meant like
Mm.
it was way more responsibility than she thought. But she's like, no, I thought room mom meant you were a mom that would help in the room, like during the day, like
Oh,
for
oh yes.
she goes, I
Okay.
didn't realize like I had to do like
This is her
parties and
first
stuff.
kid.
This is her first one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she was just like, I'm just so new to it. So I think that's why she's like, I'll take
Well,
whatever help, you know?
that's good though,
It
because
is. It's
then like
great.
starting at that age, she's got all these years to do
Yeah.
all of the, to really improve the art,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
learn from the real P. I'm just
I
saying,
know
that'll be
she's like,
great.
is this your first year being room mom? I was like, no.
I'm a college
Yeah.
student, so I've had a little
Yeah.
experience here,
Just a
just a
little
little
bit.
bit.
I was like,
Okay.
might be my last, but oh my.
That's funny. Okay, I have to ask you about Britney Spears. Have you seen her birthday post?
No, like it was her birthday?
Yes. It
No.
is so bizarre. So, okay, so all of her videos are bizarre. She's like
Yes.
dancing with knives and,
Yes.
saying
Yes.
weird stuff.
She's a
Always
mess.
has the like,
Dark circle, like the
oh
black under her eyes, like makeup,
gosh.
old makeup that she slept
I
in or
know,
something.
like she was partying the night before and
Yeah.
I I'm not even joking. I feel like I never even woke up that bad.
No.
Um, but she's like talking in this voice and she's saying, "I'm 5 years old. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5." And I don't like that the pop like it's so she does this little voice and okay, maybe that could be a like she's just messing around saying like I'm not getting old, okay, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it goes on and on and on, and she's like not,
And then
and
she
she's
does
psycho.
another video and
Oh
she talks
gosh.
about so she's still in that voice and she says how she's 5 and in the other video she talks about how she doesn't like how the paparazzi has a picture of her coming off a plane with like a Jason mask and blah blah blah. I'm assuming maybe they did I don't know if there was something photoshopped and they did a Jason's mask cuz she was dancing with the knives or I don't know. I haven't seen that. But and she's saying that she doesn't like the way the paparazzi but she's using this voice the entire time. She doesn't like the way the paparazzi has treated her, and that's why she moved to Mexico. So,
What? Did
I
she move
guess
to Mexico?
I guess she did. But what is with the voice? I I honestly feel like they messed her up.
Yeah, but who?
I think that they were
Her managers?
drugging
I
maybe her dad. Like,
I
remember
yeah, I
they
know.
were they put her in a psych ward. I feel like they drugged her and she's, like, off her rocker.
Did you ever read her book?
No.
Okay, I did.
Okay.
I actually think I might have it downloaded on Audible. If I can I share my Audible with you?
I don't know.
I
We
don't know
could
if that's a
try.
thing. Um, but I felt really bad because after reading, and I think I told you this, it's like how lonely someone
Mhm.
could be. This girl has been lonely for so
Yeah.
long. So long. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And people have just basically used her over and over and
Yeah.
over, whether
It's
it's
so
boyfriends,
sad.
husbands, family,
Sad.
like
Yeah. I
business
just
partners.
it's it's really so sad, and I feel like it's not uncommon for people who kinda grew up in the industry to go crazy. But why are they going crazy? Why are they losing their minds? Why
Medication,
are they being so
drugs.
medicated? I mean, I take medication, but I don't but, um, I I don't
Do you
know.
think was she ever tied to like the whole Diddy thing? Like, have they said anything about that?
I don't think so. Why,
No.
you think that's why she went to Mexico?
Well, no, no. I mean, she wouldn't even know. I don't know that her mind is there to even know anything
I
about that. But
know.
I just wonder. She was so she was used so sexually
Yeah.
and
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 so, she was young because she's only a couple years older than us
I know.
and didn't, I forget, was it what song came out first
Hit
of
me,
hers?
baby.
Yes. We were, what, 14?
I don't know, but young.
We were either junior high or high school, I can't remember, but if it was high school, it was, like, ninth grade. Um, but so she's, like, 16 when
Yeah.
she's starting out, and yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel bad. I feel like they messed her up, medicated her way too much, where her brain chemistry, I feel like, is probably different. They've actually jacked her up. I don't know
Yeah.
that she could be normal now, and that, like, gosh, it's so sad.
I'm gonna have to go back and find those posts.
Yeah, you should. I was listening, so the only reason I saw it is no, I had seen it something else, I had seen it on social media, but I was listening to a podcast of Candace Owens, and she actually talked about chaos and how she actually feels, like, really horrible for, Brittany, and, just that she was talking about, and I don't know if it talks about this, did they have her on lithium? Was
I
that
don't
in chaos?
I don't remember what she said she was on. I probably read it like over it's been over a year now. Um when it first came out. I can't remember. But no, I really did. Like it's more heartbreaking than like
Yeah.
I mean, you see her on social media and you're like, that girl's wow, she is crazy. She has lost her
I
damn mind.
know.
But when you read the book, you're like, oh my gosh, this poor kid.
Just
I mean,
destroyed.
just completely it's like almost didn't even have a chance, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, because everyone has used her. So
Yeah.
it was never about, like, her happiness or
She never
her.
had a haven. She never had a place of peace. It wasn't even at home with her own parents, you
Yeah,
know? She
yeah.
just never had it.
And then, her sister is so much more normal.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think she's pretty jacked up
I
too.
think she's messed up too,
I
but
think she's
probably wasn't medicated. Like,
probably not. I do think that I never read her book.
oh, she has one too?
She has one too. It sounded to me like she almost did a book to, because Brittany kind of talks about her in the book, like how she was basically a spoiled brat and she was taking care of her sister too and doing all this stuff for her sister. And she
Oh,
would
I
be,
mean, it looked like it too.
and she wasn't nice. She wasn't nice to her. She was nice to her mom. She wasn't nice to people in general. And she always want. And for some reason, her parents always gave her, but made Brittany work. Right. So it was like
Mm,
she was the workhorse and Jamie Lynn got to allegedly, benefit from it.
right, right.
So it almost seemed like Jamie, and I want to say even the mom wrote a book almost to kind of defend themselves in her
Oh,
story is kind of how I took
oh.
it.
I feel
Like
like
tell
I
their
wouldn't want to
side.
read that book. I
I
get that
know.
they're telling their side, but I feel like you can see Brittany is so messed up.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know what drugs or whatever she did, that kind of thing, but she like she wasn't messed up like this before the conservatorship, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like during that time, they had control over her. They did what, whatever. They medicated her however, he could do whatever essentially, take all her money. Horrible. Um and I mean, before she went crazy, you would see her like out taking Jamie Lynn with her places and things like that. So, I mean, I'm sure she took care of her.
I mean, you look at the difference, and I'm not saying it's the same caliber, but it's kind of the same scenario a little, where you have someone like Miley Cyrus who was brought into the industry so young, famous father, got her way in. She is she is still making music today and doing stuff today. She acted, she sang, whatever. And even when she was being like, pushing her boundaries and being a little vulgar with her music or whatever, um, you haven't really gotten the feeling that her dad or her parents didn't have her back,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah. No, I agree.
That they were still a family at the end of whatever they were doing, right? That was
Yeah.
their work, that was their entertainment, that was their business, but
Yes.
they were still a family. And I don't think they were ever a family,
No.
Britney's family,
No. I
you know?
agree. It's just so sad, and people, like you want, right? Like you
Yeah,
always want what you don't have. And it's like you always think like if I had more money or if I had this or if I had that. And it's like that poor girl had it and it destroyed just like it destroys so many other people.
yeah,
But it's like people because of that money, people completely took advantage of her. And
yeah.
it's just sad. You're gonna have to watch it because it's the first video I was like, I don't know, like just she's just being a weirdo. But then the second video and she's saying the same thing and I'm like, gosh, I don't know. I don't know now.
I wish someone would take her phone away. Please stop
I
letting her
know.
record
Who is
herself.
she with? Because
She's
why are they letting
married.
her do that?
She's married, I
I
think.
thought they divorced.
If she's not married, there she's
Dating
seeing
someone.
someone that for a long time. He's like not someone in in the business though. I think he
Okay.
might, and I can't remember what nationality he is. Um,
Because the guy, I don't think he was Middle Eastern. I don't know. But they were married and they got divorced.
when was their
Um,
divorce?
it was in the past few years.
Okay, it must have been someone else then. I swear I thought she was married to someone right now. When her book came out last year, I thought she was married to someone.
Maybe.
I'll have to look.
All I know is that I think somebody needs to take her phone. They need to stop letting her do that. Someone needs to help her get help.
I
And I
know. And
again,
her
I
poor
really think
kids.
I know. I really think that she has like she's messed up. So I don't know that there's a fixing
Anything.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know that she can go to a doctor and they can help her.
Yeah.
But maybe improve.
Yes.
Maybe not, like, completely back to
Self-destruct every
normal,
day.
but yes. Okay, so she was divorced actually December 2nd, a divorce. That Sam guy. They've been separated for a while.
S
It had, they had only been married 14 months before the split, is what it says.
She got divorced last December?
No, this December, it was final. So just 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That must be the husband then that I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I feel like I heard some, like, mean story, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, no
Anywho.
one is with that girl right now thinking that there no one normal is with that girl right now. You
Right.
know?
Right. Yeah.
There's no one normal that's gonna be with her.
It's just sad that there's no, like, no friends,
No,
no
no friends. No friends, no family, no one.
it's
No
awful.
one good. I know.
Yeah, so,
Well,
anywho,
luckily I
check it
have
out.
you. Doesn't matter where you
Yeah,
are.
I will never let you make videos like that or
Thank
talk like
you. Thank
that,
you.
so you're
I
good.
will never let you wear your mascara like that and embarrass me on
No, sometimes I like to embarrass you. Sorry. I know. I know, it's bad.
Okay, guys. Well, that's it for Real Ash and Pete today. We'll be back next week. Thanks for swapping with us.
Thanks, bye.